double check the
I
gear
don't
here.
hear any on your. I just pulled your stream up.
Okay, so I think it's time we start the, what are we calling this? What did the chat? The no hopper base? No hopping base? No hopping build? Yes? Okay, so I think it's worth noting, to get this started, you have to put the openings, okay, so let me just show you an example. You have to put the openings just like this before you get started. Because if you don't, and you put the poles up, you're not going to be able to get this open end close to the other open end. And also, when you're placing these together, you don't want these poles on top of each other, like this, because one will obstruct the other. You may be able to erect the poles, but you won't be able to go much beyond that. So what I do is I take the width of that little base, and I leave it in between the two sticks. So that should do it. So if we were to place this down, this should have clearance for both sides. Now, if we were to erect one side and then place this other kit, it's not going to work. You won't be able to get it close. So just keep that in mind. So what we did here was we took our logs, and then we placed them in the slot. And then with your shovel, Judas, you scare me so bad. On the inside of this one, and then you place this. Actually, what you're going to be doing is then you're going to be adding onto this one, but just to show you, this is how these work. But you will be knocking these back down because you're going to be connecting to this one.
Oh yeah. When I build the other stuff, yeah.
Yeah. So to take these back down. Oh, by the way, in this version, you can take these poles out after you put them into that position. So we've been reusing the same 4 poles this entire time. You see, you look like you're holding a weapon. You made me crap my pants. We're gonna take this one back down by using the shovel, and we're gonna dismantle it. And we're not gonna get anything out of it because we already took it. The chat said anti-server hop. Yeah. Okay, so
Nice.
we're right here. So the beauty.
I'm gonna set up my stream.
The beauty of this is that you have both openings facing each other, and that's key for this because you want to make sure you don't have any of your sides exposed. So with both openings facing each other, and again, to achieve that, you have to place both fence kits down face first into each other before you erect the poles. That is critical. So what we're going to do is, there's a couple of different ways we could do this. We could actually put traps in the bottom, but that's a little bit more advanced. What we're going to end up doing is just leaving the bottom portion completely open. Ooh, the server was eating it a little bit. Okay, so we're placing the planks on the inner portion, because remember this one, the side I'm facing is one of the openings, and then on this side I'm facing the opening for the structure. So if you look facing outward, it'll say attach, and you just make sure you have a full stack of nails or close to it. Place it there, and as long as you have a hatchet, which doubles as a hammer, you can now build a roof. Yeah. And you could, again, make frames here at the bottom and then place, I would suggest bear traps, but in this case we're just going to leave it open. So we're going to build one staircase to the next floor. And the key to this build is to get all of your protected areas above you and then knock out and destroy and remove all remnants of structure building items at the bottom. And then you're clean. Like, literally, you can't jump into something that you can't reach from another server. So how are they going to get, how are they going to know it's there, and B, even if they did, how are they going to build up something high enough to get there? And the biggest stretch is if they went out of their way to build and place in your position, and if it's really hard to locate where you exactly put it, I mean, it puts them on huge notice to be like, hey, I'm guessing as to where you live now, and we're going to try to jump into your base, kind of thing. So what's going to happen is, there's a number of different ways to do this. You can have 2 accounts, one main, one alternate account. You can have that alternate account knock out the stairs when you're done. Or you could have, you could build up the bottom portion and then knock out the stairs with the alternate. Or you can even block the entrances using various, like a tent. That works too, but I think the best way, the absolute best way, is definitely to knock out the stairs. So I'm going to say, for this to be super clean, you should probably have an alternate that knocks out the stairs, destroying the stairs so you don't have the remnants left behind. Alright, so on this next floor...
So you're basically saying, with the, sorry, I don't want to interrupt, but I'm kind of want to ask questions myself, just in case. So you're saying, I keep an alt down here and knock down these stairs, and then my main's up there, so nobody can jump in.
Yeah, actually, do me a favor. If you're
Oh,
facing the
okay.
outside with your hammer, that's a destructible hammer. Do me a favor, knock out the stairs.
Okay.
It'll take a minute. It sounds so loud.
Holy shit.
Yeah, so what what I did here is I placed the next floor with the poles, and you use the the hatchet to do it. It sounds so funny. And then I'm gonna go down to the base, and then I'm gonna pick up the poles. By the way, this does work for PlayStation 4 and the Xbox. Again, we are literally on the same version. We're both on 102. So,
Oh, what the hell?
did it work? Oh, you take it off? I've done that too.
Yeah.
So Razor is kind enough to show us how this bottom floor is going to work. So if your alternate character knocks it out, you have to have a weapon or a tool, I'm sorry, that's going to knock it out. And then I would suggest having planks and nails and a hatchet and some duct tape on that character so you can erect those stairs again. You know what? Maybe I shouldn't use the word erect because maybe it'll be on the old ban list, right, on YouTube. Right? Any reason for them to poop on me, dude.
Yeah. So they'll be skimming through your video and be like, erect. They're gonna be like, penis calculating.
Is that one close?
Yeah, it's close.
So while he's
Give me a second to think.
it sounds so
Alright.
funny you banging on it. So what we like to do is then we're gonna erect. Oh geez, we're gonna build the frames on this lower portion. I almost like to make the bottom portion almost completely locked off, or have one or two half walls. That okay? See, there you go. So you literally can't jump into this position because there's no other place that's elevated like this, and you can sign out in this position, and it'll sign you back in on the floor you started on. That is a confirm. We've had people even try to breach the base,
Nice.
and it's impossible. So your biggest threat is people shooting you through this hole in the floor, so you can take barrels and place them here. But really, if you build this right,
Say that.
yeah, if you build this right and you have a rooftop on here, it's beautiful for the shooting floor. And what you're gonna do, Razor, is we're gonna build this as a complete tower in this video / stream, and then you're gonna do the addition on this side. So we're gonna make an L, and then you're gonna see just how nasty
Gotcha.
this can be, and it's gonna be great. So we'll build this up fully, and then I'll knock out this wall while you're doing yours.
No, I actually don't know. Forgive me, chat, but I don't know a lot about building. So when you basically lay the framework down, you put down the sticks and string, right? So it's basically like Architecture 101 when you're first starting, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, good.
I've got the two, because really for this to work, because you need to have the two fence kits down first, I have the two fence kits on me, so once we get these
nice.
situated, we'll get yours rolling.
Mm-hmm.
Because then you can see just
No, I
how
like,
nasty this can get.
I like that. I actually like this because, I mean, you could do a lot of dirty things, especially when you knock down the stairs, because you can put those barrels right here, and they're not going to shoot you through it. Especially when you got walls up, unless somebody's got like a higher position, but you could put a ceiling on, correct?
Yes, you can.
So.
And this is how
Yeah.
we're going to take it. So when you add yours portion, we're going to do this as just a 1x2, but then when you add your basically 1x2 on the corner of mine, it's going to be an L. And then this is going to become a crazy shooting tower, because then we're going to have all kinds of options. If we have all kinds of options right now as this build sits, you'll see as we start to go up in the floors, you'll start to see it progress. I'll catch up on the chat in a second. I just want to make sure I get through this in a timely fashion before we get clapped, because we are on a very active server doing primetime PvP, so I'm a little nervous. You know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to rush through this.
And I got a hammer.
Yeah, we're like sitting here with our Weechos in our hands. Don't demonetize me. All right, so again, on this inner portion, because this is the inside of this, we place planks and we place nails. We already erected the built up the floor above my head, so now it's just stairs. So now what I need to do is make sure I have enough nails and enough planks in that position. I don't think I do, so I'm going to make sure I have all of them here. And again, I have a more specific build tutorial video that's out there. I'll link it here. It's also in the description, or if you check out the DayZ highlights playlist, it's also there, depending on when and where you're watching this. When this becomes a video later, I'll link it in a card, so it'll just be like, boop. Okay, so now that we have enough planks, we're doing the next floor. And the beautiful thing is, once we're here on this secondary floor, imagine this staircase isn't there, because you already saw Razor was nice enough to demonstrate that 100% works. So on this next section, we can't add planks or nails until we've got the poles. I already did do that, you know, and I kind of thought I didn't. We're going to place the nails here. And what's cool is as we go up to the next floor and the one after that, we can both do crisscross staircases, which I would highly suggest because it kind of catches you from falling and it gives you a little bit of clip cover when people are trying to chirp shots off on you. And we did have somebody, if you saw the video today, that guy was trying to shotgun me from the lower portion, and it stopped the shot, so that's pretty tight. And do we have enough for staircase? No, we don't. I'm going to go ahead and grab those pieces. We do have more parts. Razor, can you grab 2 of the chests inside this tent here that have like planks and nails? This one right here. You see it?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, cool.
You need both of them or one?
Yeah, just both. Might as well just grab them.
Alright.
And then I'll do... I think we should have enough. If we just do the top of this as metal, we should have enough for both of our builds. Okay, so now we're going to build the stairs, and since this is facing the other one, it's going to be an X. Giving you...
I'm like his mule right now.
Yes! I do like to grab these things in the contextual menu in the game instead of going through absolute inventory hell,
So,
as you've already seen.
here's a good question. Can you get dirty with this build? Like, could you build like 2 up and then have like 2 alts? One on the bottom, one on the second floor, knock out the stairs, and then your main on the third?
Mm-hmm. Now you're thinking like a wait, what can I get away with? Like a woman with loose morals, or a man.
How many accounts can I make to get to the tippity top of this
Well,
building?
what's beautiful though is when you add yours, we're gonna knock out some of the layers of stairs on this side, and then our entry point to the next floor is gonna be on your side, creating all kinds of like,
Gotcha.
yeah, so we can strafe around, and it's gonna be real nice. Okay, so now we're gonna use a hatchet as long as we have the poles up here, and this is the last floor, and we're going to build the top portion. What's up? We have Sean Price. Robert Olson says, "What's up, Jade?" He says, "We clapping cheeks tonight." After we're done building, yes, that is a distinct possibility. You know we're always clapping cheeks. That's like our modus operandi. But
I don't know what you just said, but it sounded hot.
it is hot. Oh, you brought the... Ooh, look at you, fancy girl. Can you bring the other chest up too? That'd be great.
Yep.
And then we'll save a lot of the pieces for your side. We're gonna try to make one side up here on the very, very top that's completely walled off, or at least has the lower portion of the lower frame built up, so you can see just how protected it can be. Okay, so now that we have this piece here, I think we have some metal in one of these. We're going to use it for the top portion. What's great about these metal things is there is a bit of a window on the top, and again, if you saw the video today, you saw I did peek through that quite a few times, so it does come in handy. And with the variation that Razor's going to add to the side of this, it adds even more shooting holes to this tower, which makes it doubly dangerous. And again, as long as you knock out that bottom floor, you are good to go. Alright, so now with wood, nails, and metal sheets, we can build a roof. That's the only way you can build a roof. You do need the metal sheets.
Metal sheets?
Metal sheets. Does that H1Z1 flashbacks?
Yeah.
See, look at this. So these little ports here at the top, if we were to build a wall, we could still see out this triangle portion on the very, very top. And that makes that awesome. So if we just ride the wall really close, we'll be virtually unshootable in certain scenarios.
There you go.
So. Yeah, baby!
Right here, boy. I'm gonna be down here real quick. I'm gonna set up my stream. I gotta do some things before that, but I can hear you.
Okay.
If something happens.
Well, if something happens, RIP to us.
I'll pull a gun out.
Right.
I got a gun.
I'm trying to grab this next portion. Yeah, I do too, but I'm so into this build, I'll probably get clapped. Sometimes this column here gets really fickle, like right now. I'm trying to get over to this actual pole itself. Wow, this is next level. Alright, so we can't build this next top portion until we have the poles in place. I might just grab it out of one of these things. Do we have one? Oh, we're not that lucky, are we? Okay, so we have it on the next one. I'm gonna go down here, grab it. My legs. My legs. Oh, thank goodness we do. Normally you can grab it, but when you have a lot of these towers next to each other, they're basically all containers that hold more things, so it becomes a little crazy. It's definitely better than what it was, but it can be nuts when you have a lot of these structures really, really close. That's why I suggest most people use these contextual menus. It helps out a lot. Alright, now let's get our next piece over here. You'll see what we're talking about. We're just going to build up the wooden walls on the side here, because we don't have a lot of metal to play with. I want to make sure Razor can at least build one of the towers on his side. That would be ideal. Alright, see, I couldn't even get the columns, so I'm just grabbing them like straight up. Like planks here. And now I'm going to grab just a metal sheet by hitting X. And that is square. I had to look up in my cheat sheet. That's square on the PlayStation. Right? Hammer. I must not have enough planks in this. That's why we brought up more chests. I don't know if these sea chests block shots or not, but anything that would block shots you can place right there. And by the way, as Razor was saying, placing barrels is great, especially if you stick liquids inside of them. Then people can't just empty them out. So if you use a jerry can and you dump out all the gasoline, or you just dump the gasoline into the barrel, good luck anybody trying to pick that back up. Just saying. Alright, we're going to attach more wood, and we're going to make sure that we have enough nails. So I have a hodgepodge of materials. Like I said, we ganked this from another, well, we ganked it all from the same place, but we're trying to use as much of it as possible. So now you can see this canopy is now protecting us, so if we were to actually use this as a shooting position, we're really protected from these top towers, and just imagine full-blown walls here. We can really pick and choose how we want to do these engagements. Or this whole top section can be just walls, and this bottom portion just has half walls where we can choose to shoot from. As long as you're giving yourself places to with full coverage for protection, it really opens things up as far as like how you can use this. Okay, so we're going to do some full builds here on the side just to give you guys a better idea of how this works. There we go. So we're going to grab our planks, I think. There we go, right here. And we're going to do the frames first. Again, I do recommend that people do framing as much as possible because it's the cheapest way, and at least you've got some kind of cover. Okay, so I guess I have leftover planks. I'll put them over here, and I should have like a ton of nails on me. Okay, not a ton. I have 35. Alright, so frames first, and then you can build up the walls. So a hatchet, again, doubles as both something you can use to chop things down, dismantle, destroy, and also craft with. So it's a great universal tool. And more importantly, the only reason why we use it like this is because you can repair it with duct tape. Burning says, how long does it take to get all the materials? If you're in the right place, and that's an excellent question. Okay, so we have the full map here. We're sitting in like Cherno Industrial, Cherno Apartments, Cherno City area, which is F1, E1, and E2. We're currently sitting in E2. Anywhere in like E1, E2 on the shoreline is excellent for all things planks and industrial car parts. It's really great for that. And here's a zoom in of that section if I did this right. Is this the right one? Is that the right one? It's not the right one, is it? It's this one. You can see it's at the top center
when
of the
you
screen.
do it.
What's up?
I was gonna say, just make sure when you guys are going to get materials, I would use a couple characters. That way, you know, if you get clapped with one, at least you got some characters that have base mats on them. At least that's just my opinion.
No, that's an excellent point. I'm glad you said that because that's very right. Because especially with car parts too, and I think you've got a video on that on your channel, right? Car parts and where to get them.
Yeah, I have a video that I'm actually I gotta post it. So.
Okay, well, I'm gonna say you're gonna post it,
It's secret.
and when I post this one, I'm gonna link yours right now to there, and then I guess people that are looking for it now will just have to go to RazorTube's channel. Well, wait, you said it's not there,
Yeah,
but it will
it's
be.
not there yet.
I would suggest having many alts. Having alt mules is the way to play, man. And you don't have to pay more
Mm.
money for it. It's all if you're on a console, they have like family plans, so you don't have to pay for the service and you don't have to pay for the game again. If you've already paid for it, you're good. So the real question is, if you're not doing it, why are you not doing it?
Yeah. You're not doing it, you're wrong.
That's right. Ooh.
That smell.
I see you just standing there like a creep. What's up? You shady? We're almost done with this top section. Oops. Let me make sure I repair this. Well, again, on version 102 for PS4 and the Xbox, you can do the infinite tape thingy, and you can repair hatchets with duct tape. I don't think that's its intention. It's supposed to be a sharpening stone. Jeez, you scared the crap out of me. But for some reason, the duct tape is the great equalizer in almost every case. So always keep duct tape on you. It's the best. So I'm just placing, I'm physically putting the nails in my hand to avoid inventory hell. And I'm just attaching them by hitting right trigger, and that's what? R1, R2 on PlayStation 4. I had to think about that for a sec. Why? Why did I have to think about that? I do like leaving these boxes up here. Well, since we have an abundance of these because of all the exploiting that's happening right now, it's not terrible. Yeah, they are typically pretty rare, but I mean, now we have like
Yeah.
crazy amounts of them all the time, which is a little nuts. But you know me, I take them whenever I can.
Yeah. I definitely would.
Yeah. Says I don't use ults, but I got stashes. You should use both, and your loot
Yeah.
will exponentially grow. Think about this. How many times have you had to leave things behind because you didn't have room or enough bags to store them?
How great would it be to log off with one character with a whole car in it, and then another character with your arsenal, and another character with your base in it?
Mm-hmm.
Just think of the possibilities, dude.
I'm just saying, there's a reason why I have 11 alts. Just putting that out there. You can't raid what you can't see or steal. It's always gone. Okay, so we're going to do the lower frame for this. We're going to build this one with the slats. I'm going to leave the other side open completely for your side. You big, beautiful plumbus. Drake, thank you for that subscribe on YouTube. I know that was a hot minute ago, but I did catch up there a little bit. We're going to take the nails and the plankage, and we're going to fill this one up almost entirely. Well, yeah, almost entirely on this side. Don't think I have enough materials because it's saying I can't build the next piece. And again, if you're wondering how to do towers, I have a video on that. I think it's called building a base, building guide. There's 2 videos on it. I have a lot of planks left, do I? Man, you really do burn through the wood. It's insane.
It seems like it.
Yeah, I've already burned
you
through
do.
like 3 chests.
Holy jeez.
Yeah, that's why I'm going a little bit light on this, so you got materials?
I appreciate that.
Yeah. I saved the metal too just for the top because I'm not using any of it for the build here. I think on this current version, it's stopping bullets for the most part. So yeah, if you look right here, you see how you could really just duck behind this and give yourself a lot of cover. And if you've got plenty of cover back here, you can start to back up and rip shots back on the apartment if you need to. And they can't shoot down on you, which is excellent. And we're going to leave this side open for your build, but this is how it would work. And if you did sign out up here, you would be able to sign back in and be on this exact floor. And if you'd be nice enough to knock out the floor, that'd be stellar. So imagine Razor.
Oh yeah. Which one?
The one on the very bottom, the one you knocked out before.
Alright,
So if
gotcha.
Razor's my alternate account, I would keep my geared player up here. I would try to double carry as much as possible so nobody can steal anything out of the tower, because still, to this day, in version 102 on the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox, it's not great to store your loot in a base unless you're online. And even then, it's risky. It's a calculated risk. Keep that in mind.
What? Oh, also, this might be pretty useful when you think about it. There's only one side of the steps you can destroy, you know that?
Yeah, it's an interesting point. If you have a tool like a hatchet that does building and destruction, the one on the inside is the one where it says dismantle, and the one on the outside of the structure is the one that says destroy. Now, the reason why you may not want to dismantle is if that character is not going to hold it, you don't want the materials laying on the ground or in the slot that somebody goes, oh, the stairs aren't here? Thanks for leaving them, and then they'll just build it again. Yeah, I'll show you the difference. So dismantle stairs for me is on the inside. See how fast? Wow, that was like crazy fast. And then Razor's build.
Don't worry, I'll be here all day.
I know, that one takes a hot minute. I feel like they need to balance the timing on it a little bit.
Yeah.
But just imagine, you can build this entire bottom floor as shielded 100% walls or half walls. And then you can build this whole section also with walls. And then leave these half walls here for shooting. You can really handle it when you see, well, actually I knocked them out, but when you have the crisscross stairs, it gives you a lot of coverage upstairs. Yes, they can still shoot up, but if you're standing all the way up here, they've got no line of sight on you. So even people that are creeping under your base, they can't do a thing about it. So this is how you do the no jump, no server hopping base. Yeah, you can build it many different ways. It doesn't have to be a 1x1. You just cover up these holes, or I'm sorry, the entryways, facing them in on each other. And the key is to make sure you place down these building frames first, just like this. As you can see, the opening's right here. So if you place this little guy right here, as long as the two openings are facing each other, you just created a stronghold, a tank, if you will. And you have to do it with the, what are these, the watchtower kits, before you stick the poles into place, because if the poles are in one of these, you cannot get this other watchtower that close. Also, make sure that there's enough of a gap here when you place the poles that they're not going to overlap each other, because it will obstruct how tall this tower can get, or at least one of the towers, so keep that in mind. Also, I like to leave it empty, so if there's people supporting you, they can shoot the guy that's trying to mess with the bottom of this, or if they're trying to build up. Or you could be extra dirty, and you can build this up as a complete wall itself and put bear traps down here, and then basically wish whoever gets into your base good luck, because you'll know as soon as you hear a chunk, they're donezo. And yes, this whole build is based off of an alternate character also knocking out the stairs below. So you can choose how to do your top configuration and how you want to do the bottom portion. But yeah, they can't jump in what they can't reach. So I think, Razor, you're going to do this same configuration, but you're going to be touching